Hey guys, I'm going to show you some of my strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry ice cream with goji berries on top. This is what it looks like. And that's like my ice cream. It's almost like a pudding consistency. It's good. Very delicious. High in antioxidants. I give it one thumb up. So today I have a lot to talk about because I was in a chat room, right? And I was trying to explain to people about the importance of health and nutrition, and most of the people in there just couldn't follow what I was saying. They were calling me a radical vegan, and most of the people in there were 40 years or older, and then they were laughing at me because I was talking about eating fruits and vegetables, and they were saying how radical I was and that I was just trying to preach a radical vegan diet to everybody in the chat room. And then I said, I'm radical, excuse me, but didn't God create us in a Garden of Eden? And this was a Christian chat room, by the way. These people in here are supposed to be Christians. And I said, God created us in a Garden of Eden, and that was our original diet. We were basically 100% vegan, and most of that was raw. I mean, I don't think Adam and Eve had stoves and fire in the Garden of Eden. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did. But the point is that before sin entered the world, right, we were 100% plant-based eaters because we didn't kill animals, because the animals didn't attack us. And my whole point is that that was the original diet that God designed human beings to consume and to eat. And now we have drifted so far away from that original plan and intention. And, things just don't change. Yeah, time goes on, but the original thing that He designed us for, that's still the same. I mean, is it any wonder to anybody why so many people today are reversing diseases on a 100% plant-based diet? And the answer is simple, is because that's what the body was designed to eat. Now granted, yeah, God did allow and does allow us to eat animal products, but because of all the things we know about the dangers of consuming animal products today, the fact that animal products are very toxic, okay, they contain high concentrations of toxins, we don't have to be consuming these things. It's not good for us, it's not good for the planet, it's not good for the animals. I always hear people saying, oh, I really enjoy consuming animal products, only the edible parts. But did we ever ask the question, well, do the animals enjoy us eating them? Because the animals have, they can feel pain too, like you and I. And how many of us can just go outside and kill an animal and rip it apart with our bare hands and just consume it and eat it? Raw animal flesh is pretty disgusting. Most people will cook the animal products and then they'll throw on spices and marinades, and salt and pepper to try to mask the disgusting flavor of the meat. That's a little clue that tells you that, gee, that's not even appealing to people. So, and then of course, and people will try to justify and say, well, God allows us to consume meat, and Jesus consumed fish, and disciples consumed fish, and our ancestors consumed a lot of animal products. That's great. That's what they did back then. Does that mean that we're supposed to do that today? Especially when we know of all the dangers of consuming animal products today? And not only that, but you're supporting the factory farms. I mean, people gotta wake up to reality around here. you know. And the thing is, and then they're like, well, where do you get your protein? Where do you get your protein if you don't eat animal products? You know? Where's the protein in here? All protein is amino acids. And every food contains amino acids. The thing people fail to realize is that when you cook food, you destroy that amino acid. So even though people are consuming meat thinking they're getting all this protein, they really aren't, because the heat damages the amino acids. So they basically lose half the protein. And the thing is where did all the other animals get the protein, like the herbivores? Where do they get their protein? Are they wondering themselves, where do I get my protein? I'm going to have to eat a T-bone steak, you know? Or I'm going to have to take a protein powder shake. They don't think you know, they don't think like that. They just eat green vegetables, grass, tubers, root, you know, and things like that. There's more than enough protein, green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds, fruits. More than enough protein. And the thing is, everybody's so concerned about protein. Do you have to consume hair to create and make hair? Do you have to eat teeth in order to make and grow teeth? Do you have to eat skin in order to grow healthy skin? No! You know, where do we come up with these crazy ideas? You know, we eat vegetation, and the body takes the amino acids in its raw form, and then our body uses it. So, I mean, I am stronger than ever, and I don't consume massive amounts of protein. And if you eat a lot of protein, it burdens your kidneys. It has a hard time, you know, and congests your cells too. So your body has a really hard time trying to get rid of all this excess protein. We don't need all this excess protein. It just creates more acidity in our body. So, you know, and milk, people still think that milk is a great source of calcium? Come on. Where do the cows get the calcium? Where do they get their calcium? I don't see adult cows drinking milk. You know, I don't see the adult cows drinking milk from udders on other adult cows. You know, that's a little weird and creepy. So why are we doing it? And it's not even our own species, and I wouldn't even say, you know, I wouldn't even recommend us drinking milk from, you know, an adult female. That's ridiculous. You know, milk's for babies and makes them grow. It's important for them when you're young. But the cows get their calcium from green vegetables. We should get our calcium from green vegetables too. We don't need to be drinking milk. Milk contains a lot of hormones. If you're taking hormones from some milk, another animal, what do you think that's going to do with your hormones? You're going to become hormonally imbalanced. And then you're going to have problems and issues like acne and who knows what else. You know, and it can change up your production of testosterone and estrogen. It can make those go all out of whack. And that can influence the rate at which your hair grows. And it can influence the rate at which you're aging. And it can influence the rate at which you're getting diseases. And then that's not even including all of the germs and parasites and all these other things in the meat and the milk. I mean, it's crazy. And people feel so sick and diseased, and they feel old and they ache, and well, no wonder. Look at all the things that everybody's eating, and they can't think for themselves because they've been so indoctrinated by the meat and dairy industry saying, you gotta eat this, and if you don't eat this, then you're gonna fall over dead. I mean, I've never seen anybody fall over dead from not eating a piece of meat or drinking a glass of milk. What I have seen, though, and what I have experienced, is that when you give those foods up, you start healing, you start feeling better, and you start thinking right and straight, and your brain isn't so clogged anymore, and you become aware of these things. So, I'm going to make another video, and I'm going to keep talking about these things, because, man, it gets on my nerves, because I want people to wake up and start, you know, getting healthy. It's really important more than ever.